What's up, everybody? Welcome to BT Willis Garage. Wanted to take a quick second to say, one, sorry if my shirt looks a little dirty. Been working outside, working under the house, eating queso dip. Not all at the same time, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about it. But anyway, wanted to take a quick second to say, if you find this video helpful today, please consider purchasing the products needed to do this job through the links in the description. A small amount of that helps to support the channel, and I'll keep being able to provide content like you're about to see. Enjoy. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to BT Willis Garage. Got a little cold today, so I apologize about that. Today, we're going to be learning how to change the water in this hot tub. Alright guys, this is a jacuzzi hot tub, but step one, as always, is to take your dog's favorite toy, Luna, and give your dog a little fetch. Alright, nice job, Luna. Whenever I open this little panel, I want to make sure that it's off, guys. Off. See where it says off? Maybe? Yeah. Alright, turn your power supply off. Alright, step two is to get your long hose, long enough to reach a spigot, and put it as far down in the middle as possible in your hot tub. Now what I'm actually going to do is find a way to weight that down. So I ended up using the cover, and I opened it up and checked, and it is staying into place. Alright, so I've got all this line of hose ready to go. What I'm going to do, turn the water all the way on. Give it time to go down that long hose you've got. Maybe yours isn't terribly long, but keep in mind you need enough to get the 500 gallons of water somewhere, and you don't want that in the middle of your pretty lawn or right on your favorite flower, because it will drown it. Alright, now what I'm going to do is kind of start unscrewing this and cut the water off. Now what we're doing is creating a siphon here. You want to do this part pretty quickly. As quickly as possible, probably faster than me one-handed, I hope. Because I'm doing this pretty slow. There we go. Alright. So, at this point, we've got our water hose that we're taking out to our least favorite part of the yard and leaving. And what you guys are going to notice is that even though the water's not on or connect, this is what's connected to the wall, it's still rolling. That's because we've created a siphon effect from the hot tub. And it's going to continue to do that till all 500 gallons are gone. Let it rock. It's going to take a couple hours, but just keep checking and make sure that hose is at the bottom of your hot tub. Alright, we'll pick you up when the hot tub's empty and show you a quick cleaning process for the filter as well as the tub itself. And we're going to get this thing ready for this cool weather that's coming in. Everybody, real quick, I want to talk about this Aerospace 303. I use it to maintain the cover of my hot tub, and this hot tub cover is 8 years old and still looks like it's in brand new shape, and I really think a lot of that's to do with this product. I'll try to put a link in the description. I'm not sure if they sell it on Amazon, but I pay around $22 for it, and you'll see in the rest of this video, in this next clip, just what it does. If you look at the beginning and kind of after I did this cleaning process, it's been about, I don't know, 2.5 months since I've polished this tub up on the exterior, that is, and I would check out this product for maintaining it along with other types of vinyl or really anything that it says. I actually used it on the wood and on the side, as you'll see here in a second, and I'm super impressed with this stuff. I'll keep using it the rest of the time I have this tub. That Aerospace 303 actually looked so good on there that I went ahead and did the wood and the steps too. Spilled some rocks, but I'll get those later. The blower. But I had some overspray that got on this little fake wood paneling. Maybe it's real, I don't know. And it looked so good, and it looked so dried out before that I did the whole thing. All right, highly recommended, guys. Let's move on to the next set of products. So while your tub's draining, let's go ahead and take the filter out. There is a basket cover on mine right here. Yours may be in a different spot. You may have different kinds of filters, but it's all a similar process. Lift that cover out, unscrew your filter. It's threaded down in there, so you just turn it to the left, and let's get this sucker cleaned up. I had footage of this process, but unfortunately it had an error, so you guys can figure that out though. It's not tough. So we've got our filter on a semi-clean surface. Here's the product. Brilliance Spray and Rinse Filter Cleaner. I'll try to put a link to this in the description. You can see I paid $14 at the local store. Hopefully I can save you guys some money on that. So we're gonna want to spray this off really good just to get any contaminants off. Do not use a pressure washer. This is paper. You will hurt it. So spray it as long as you want to, guys. I'd say give it like 3-4 minute spray. Then I'll show you the product instructions. So the instructions are pretty simple. After you get the debris off, 2 to 3 minutes hosing it down, you'll see some dirty water and debris coming out. Saturate the filter element. Pretty much spray this crap all over it. Don't read the instructions, just listen to BT Willa. Get it in every little one of those dudes, because this is saving you 60 bucks. And yeah, I know this spray is expensive, but you don't want a dirty hot tub. That's gross. Get it all in there. Let it sit for 5 minutes. The Brilliant spray has successfully soaked for a little longer than 5 minutes. Luna, you better watch out. Move. So we're gonna spray it off. Don't get that water. So you wanna make sure you get all the suds out, guys, until it no longer suds. This is gonna be kind of a process. There's a hole in the bottom of this that you can spray inside. If you want to spray inside out, that's a good idea for the last little bit. I'm actually going to do one more round of Brilliant spray. You don't have to, but you can do it up to, I think it says up to like 5 times if you need to. Really, they wouldn't care if you did it 1 million. If you're using their product, then you're going to buy more. So do a couple rounds if you want to, but keep going. No point in making this video super long over spraying some water on this. Alright, so that took about 5 minutes with the hose to get all that soap out. Put it on different settings. If you got an angled setting, try to get a wide little array of water there to knock all that foam out, or your tub will be foamy. We'll talk about a product to handle that here in a second, if that does happen to you. But what I do is actually flip it upside down during the process, and I spray a bunch of water in that hole so that it goes from the inside out, because that's where that foam hangs out. And then just make sure you give a good spray at the bottom, because that's where it likes to hang out too, also at the top rim. Alright guys, unplug your water hose from the spigot if it is freezing in your area. You don't want anything to bust and flood your house. Alright, the water's as drained as it'll get. You'll see it's still pulled up in some of those corners, and obviously had the water hose pretty far down because it did a good job. So let's talk about the products for the cleaning process. You want an old towel, or a towel that you can wash, a bucket of hot water. You can see here, I'm trying out for the first time this Sea Clear vinyl cleaner for pool spas and hot tubs. So I loaded a little bit of that into this Evolution Series pool style waterline scrubber. So I put a little bit of product into there. I'm going to dip it in the water. Leaving the water hose out, guys, we still got to fill this thing up, and we will filter it, so don't worry about that. But most importantly, get some spa cleaning mitts. I used those the last time I did this job, and it worked out well. Alright, I'm going to show you just some fast footaged version of that cleaning. Oh, and guys, don't forget, this is going to look silly, but some old grocery store bags. Yeah, clean up those old clog hoppers that you've been taking through the Burger King bathroom. You don't want those in your jacuzzi. Guys, I forgot to mention you are going to need a shop vac to get the little rest of the pools of water out. So if you do have a shop vac, be sure you take out the pretty much the filter off of it. And if you don't have one, I'll put a link in the description to this Craftsman. I love it. So here's how you take that filter off. Go ahead and empty the shop vac too, and just kind of pull, press and pull at the same time on that little knob. Set it to the side. Go ahead and shop vac out as much water as you can from those corners. One helpful tip while shop vacuuming is to empty it frequently so it doesn't get too heavy. So this next part is truly one of those jobs that you get as much out of it as you put in. So take your time, get in there with your bags on your feet or your bare feet or whatever, and just go around and get all the scum that may have built up out of each and every little nook and cranny. You can take your back plates off and get it clean, nice back in there too. Not your back plates, your head pillows. So take your time and get in each and every little hole. Get all those scum lines off. Get this thing nice and pretty. This process should take around 15 minutes, you know, if not more, if you really want to put your time into it. Woo, mine's looking good. How's yours looking so far? You're the one that's got to get in it, not me. Alright guys, next step, pick up one of these Spa Swim pre-filter, and you're going to screw that on the end of your hose, and I will show you the rate of flow for my house. Keep in mind I'm on well water here momentarily. Your other option is to call a fire truck or whoever locally delivers water. I don't know, some fire departments really do. So now we start to fill. Here's the rate of flow. See, it doesn't stop. Even though there's a filter on there, it doesn't really stop it. So you see me putting the water going into the filter hole. There's a reason for that. You want the water to fill there first so you don't get an air bubble in there that hydrolocks your system. So make sure you just hold it in there for a while. Once the water starts filling up elsewhere and coming out of these, you see them starting to come out there. That means that we're not going to have a hydrolock in the system. Very important, very important. So I'm pretty sure the fill time is at like 2 to 3 hours, but let's test it. It's 5:46. It's getting kind of dark, but this is exactly 1 hour in. I'd say we're roughly halfway, maybe a little more. All right, guys, I'm not sure if you can see that. The hot tub is full. You know what to do next. Let's turn it back on. Make sure you take your hose completely out so it doesn't start the siphon back whenever you turn it off. Take it all the way out of the water. Alright, so it's time to turn your hot tub back on. And as you can see, it's working, so you can test and make sure all the different sources that should be are running. It's cold here, so what we're going to do is get it to about 100. So here's the test strips that I use, and I'll show you how they work. Just take one out of the container, and you hold it into the water about 2 inches in for around 2 to 3 seconds. Take it out, and you're going to want to measure each individual mark. So our first one, we know we need to add bromine. Second, we're in the ideal. Third, we're in the ideal. Fourth, close enough, we're in the ideal for calcium. So I'll show you for bromine what we need to do. Alright, so step one is to get both jets going. I've got some leisure time granulars here that increase bromine, and I've done this quite a bit, so gonna put about that amount there in and check it in 20 minutes with another strip. One last tip, so these products I recommended are all pretty much reusable, or you use them until they're empty, and you can get around 3 or 4 full usage out of these. I think they say, yeah, 7,500 gallons, so really you can get 7 uses out of them if you store it appropriately, because those are around 500-gallon hot tubs, so don't throw this away. Well, we got it done. I still need to clean up the rocks that I spilt earlier, but hope you all enjoy your hot tub. One last tip, throw one of these dudes in there to keep the scum out while you and your friends and family use it. It'll help keep your hot tub as clean as you saw mine today. You know, I really only clean this thing every 3 to 4 months whenever I change the water, so it was relatively clean. Yours may be a little bit more difficult or maybe easier than mine, but I hope this helped, and have fun in your hot tub.